Welcome back. In this video we'll be solving the edge pairs on these sides so that all the colors will match up in the pair. So let's begin by finding an example to start off with. So imagine we are solving either of these colors. So let's look for orange blue. You can see that orange blue is over here. And so this piece and this piece need to go together. And so what we can do is complete this pair and then turn it out of the way. And as you can see, the centers are messed up, and so we still have some work to do. Turn it down any position on the side or whatever, and then bring it back so that when you turn this back, then the centers will not be messed up. But you can see that orange-blue pair is complete. And so that's the basic theory behind the algorithm for completing the edge pairs. And so let's find another example and let me teach you how to increase the efficiency of your solves, because we only managed to complete one pair in that set of moves. And with this pair and this pair, as you can see, we can do green, red, and green, red. But the issue with this one is that if you turn it into the top layer, then what happens is that it'll turn them both out of the way. And so that means this needs to be switched with this piece, and it's really just a matter of orientation. So how we switch this over, and so then we can have the left layer come up instead of having them both be in the same layer. So we turn the bottom over here, and then we turn this out down here, and so then you can see that if you look at it like this, red green is still on the right, but if you look at it like this, red green would be on the left. And so it's really all a matter of perspective. And so then you flip down the back so that this view is now on the bottom. And when you flip it back, you can see that green, red is on the left side. And so now you can flip this up and do the same thing that we did before. But before we do that, I'd like to find the other yellow-red piece, which is over here. So if we turn this side over, then we can see that when we turn this up and when we turn this over out of the way before, we actually did this, right? And we turned back another face, another pair, and this is out of the way. And so when this comes back down, then it's actually taking this piece down. And so I'll show you a way on how to make this pair and this pair complete in one set of moves. And so, like we did before, like we just did, this turns up and completes this, and we turn it out of the way. But as you can see, yellow-red was in this pair, but it didn't come down. The red-white did. And so let's undo that. And you can see that we came back to the red-green of being over here, and yellow-red over here. And so you can see that when you turn this over here, the orientation is the same as the red-green was before, which means they were both in the same layer and wouldn't be able to be completed. And so if it's on the side and you don't want to lose track of these two, then there's another way to change the orientation, which would be turning it up here, and yellow red is still on the right layer. And so now if we do this, yellow red is actually on the left layer. We only have to turn the top. And so how to preserve it when we come back into this is we turn the back down into this again. And first we turn this back so that we don't lose track of it. And then this layer 180, we can see that yellow red is back. And also incidentally in the left position. So now if we turn up the left side, turn this out of the way, and then we turn this pair specifically into here, and when you repair the centers, the yellow red comes down, and so now you have your second pair. And so that's the pattern we're going to be using for the rest of this video. Yellow green is right over here. You can find yellow blue, which is over here. And so it doesn't matter whether the third pair is on the left or the right. You can just choose to send the newly completed pair either left or right. And so now we have yellow green coming up. And so now, since we want yellow blue to come down, we turn it to the left. But before we execute that, realize that yellow blue is on the left layer. And so we have to change the perception of it again. And so turn it into the top layer here, turn it to the back, and so now it's in the right layer, right? Okay. And then turn the back down, turn this back so you don't lose track of it. And then when you turn it back, it's on the right side, and this is on the left side, and so we're good to go. Let's turn up this, and then turn it over here, and then make sure when you're turning it back, this is in position, and then when you turn it back down, two more are complete. Let's keep doing that. And so again, this is both in the left layer. Turn the bottom down, and then over here, and so now that's on the left side. And now the right. Okay. And so then we're looking for, when we turn this back down, white blue, which is over here on the left. So you can see that white blue is on the left. This is also on the left, so we have to switch this orientation up. Turn the top, turn it back. And so this is on the right now, this is still on the left. Good to go. Turn this up, turn this over. It doesn't matter which is the first one you turn over because that pair will always come back to a safe region. And then white blue comes down, and we have another two pairs completed. And then white, red, or green, orange here. So then we're looking for white, orange to go with that over here. So white, orange is on the right side, left side, right side, left side. So we're good to go already. Turn this up, out of the way, white, orange back, and then reconfigured. And then we have white, red here and white red here. Let's look for yellow orange over here. And so you can see that this is the last 3 pairs, I believe, yes. Because we have yellow orange matching to yellow orange, white red, and white white green and white green. And so by the way these edge pieces are completed and configured, when you complete this pair and this pair together, then automatically the white green will also be completed. So this is right now on the right, and this is on the right too, so this needs to be realigned. And so now left, right, and then left, right. So we're good. Turn up the white red, turn it to right. So now orange, yellow is going to come back down here, and the white green that was turned up before will come down to white green. And so now we have all completed edges. So you might encounter a special case in which you're left with 2 edges incomplete, which is white red over here, white red over here, orange green, and orange green. And so you only have 2 pairs left, which means whenever you complete a pair, either of the pairs, then when you turn it out of the way and recomplete the centers, then another already completed piece will be messed up. And so basically what we're going to be doing here is complete the edge algorithm, however also without actually completing an edge. And so here's what I mean. We turn this up and so that this pair is incomplete. And then we turn it out of the way and we pick a random edge to mess up. And so when this comes back down so that the centers are still good, we've actually preserved 2 unmatched pairs and messed up another pair. And so basically that means we're left with 3 pairs, and we can deal with that the same way we've been dealing with all of the rest of them. So we can turn this up here so that orange green and orange green are matched, and then yellow green is on the right side, left side over here, right side, left side, right side, left side. And so we're good to go. And turn this up. First out of the way, yellow green back here, white red back here, and so when we complete, now all of our edges are complete again.